out in late July. The meeting starts, the plans are drawn. They ask what date for mail to fly. You sigh, then pull your gloves back on. A week too soon, they'll just ignore. Too late, you miss the rising tide. Each moment stamped, each phase you score. A forge of months you shape with pride. This is the art of when and why, of which day makes the story fly. The moon may set, the test may come, but you decide the starting drum. A pause in March, a pulse in May, the text that plans the final day. Calendrical, the alchemy that makes the timing feel like meant to be. So raise the gavel, mark the line, each date a spell, each launch divine. For in this clock of strategy, you cast the time that they will see. Come on, Ellis.
The portal opened yesterday, but nothing moved, and that's okay. A single click, a parent call. The quiet feels intentional. You know the rush won't start just yet. The fast arrive, the rest forget. Each school has its September pace. Each student runs their own strange race. It's a long September, slow and wide, where hopes don't shout, they mostly hide. But if you listen, if you wait, you'll feel the pulse beneath the gate. Some knock early, full of fire. Some drift in just before the wire. You measure time in ghosted clicks, in saved logins and half-formed pics. The forms are alive, the links all hum, but not all hearts beat to that drum. It's not delay, it's not dismay. It's just a long September day. No click, no call, no open mail, no RSVP, no breadcrumb trail. But still you watch the quiet screen and wonder what the silence means. They logged in once, then disappeared. You marked the date, it felt so weird. A shadow near, then gone again. No answer from the data den. Signals in the silence, a pattern in the void. A dozen apps with louder sounds, but one that lingers underground. Their quiet screams in subtle ways. You build a file of silent days. Dashboard cold and flat, but something almost happened, and you know where they're at.
The list, the moment stew. An email now would miss the mark. Too hot, too cold, too loud, too stark.
You hold the urge to blast and go. You know when students move too slow, their clocks don't match your office pace, but still you tune to their embrace. You are the campaign clocksmith, winding time with care. Each send a calibrated tick, each nudge a breath of air. They'll never know the work it takes to hit the perfect beat. But when it lands, my friend, with elegant deceit. Your calendar is weaponized, your segments sharp and clean. But kindness fuels the timetables you're rarely ever seen. Know the trick. The best campaigns don't shout too soon, they whisper when it clicks. You are the campaign clocksmith, winding time with care. Each send a calibrated tick, each nudge a breath of air. They'll never know the work it takes to hit the perfect beat. But when it lands, my friend, with elegant deceit. Campaign clocksmith, winding time with care. Each send a calibrated tick, each nudge a breath of air. They'll never know the work it takes to hit the perfect beat. But when it lands, my friend, with elegant deceit.
They said yes, but not quite now. They smiled and clicked, but won't say how. Some raced ahead with caps in hand. Some vanished from the yield time plan. You planned the text, the calls, the mail. You danced the fence, you told the tale. But days grow long and gaps grow wide, while hope and silence coincide. These are the years. Catch the drifting wind. You hold a note too long. They said I might, they said I will. Then let the day stack high. Your tracking goes through April light and soft May evening sky. gaps don't mean rejection, they echo something worse. The slow forget, the quiet quit, the ones who leave no curse. So stretch your arms and wait with care. Some cross the gap, some never dare. The clock keeps ticking, but you stay. Still scanning for the ones who stray.
She toured your campus, smiled and waved, but also sent a test to Yale. He filled your form and paused midway to check a text from Santa Fe. You saw intent in every click, but never saw what else it hid. A portal open isn't truth, it's one bright thread entangled youth. They're walking all their options stacked in tension side by side. You think you've got their signal, but it's filtered through the tide. One visit here, one deadline there, a spreadsheet just to cope. Their paths are branching outward while you follow one thin road. They're not betraying interest, they're just playing through the score. And sometimes your crescendo is just background to the more. So track your open rates and tags, but never miss the truth. They're juggling more than messages, they're balancing their youth.
She clicked in late September. You flagged her with a star. He clicked that same email in March and barely got that far. The action looks identical, but meaning splits with time. One signals early curiosity, the other barely climbs. This is chrono-segmenting, where moments shape the frame. The when becomes a modifier, the what becomes a name. Each metric wears a season, each signal wears a clock. You can't just read the number, you have to read the shock. The same form started early, might scream with active heat. That same form started late, could be the sound of a retreat. So filter by
the calendar, sort behavior through the hour, you'll see the false alignments fade and find your timing power. He hadn't clicked in over a week. You paused your plan, you didn't speak. Then just before his window closed, a message landed soft and close. She skimmed your page, then disappeared. You waited, not with fear, but geared. A single text at 2:30, and now she's booked a campus view. It's just a nudge in time, a whisper near the brink. The moment could have vanished, but you gave them space to think. Not pressure, not a push too strong, just something tuned and light. It's not about the volume, it's about the timing right. You map the signs, the quiet cues, the pattern soft and thin. You launch the word when they're in range and gently guide them in. The perfect nudge won't win the race, but it can stop the slide. One moment met with kindness keeps the future open wide.
It started with a missed reply, a form half filled, left high and dry. They still came up on daily scans, but every week less in your hands. The visits stopped, the clicks slowed down, the aid request was never found. They weren't a no, they weren't a yes, just slowly faded into less. The attrition clock keeps ticking, each turn a step away. You watch the hands move further from the hope you had that day. They're not gone in a moment, they're not lost in a fight. They just slip between the hours and fade into the night. You mark the times they didn't show, the calls they let go cold. A drip that turns to drought one day, a story never told. So read the clock with open eyes, it warns in subtle beats. the twist of fate. Your clock was set to deadlines, firm as ran on shifting ground. Two tempos in the same short song can never quite be bound. Crossed wires, broken clocks, we're speaking out of time. I'm on the hour, you're on the half, our rhythm can't align. The message hits the inbox but misses all the cues, and in the gap between our beats we both are bound to lose. You're in the future, I'm in the past, the present slips away. We're chasing moments out of reach and meeting in delay. So sync the hands before you speak, a line before you send. For crossed wires and broken clocks can bring the cycle's end.
She opened in October and you marked her as a lead. He opened in late April and you wondered if he'd leave. The click, the form, the single view, it's all the same in logs, but time recasts the evidence and shifts the weight it holds. They're temporal twins in data, but strangers in the flesh. One step begins a journey, one step just ends the stretch. The numbers match like puzzle cuts, but seasons paint them new. And knowing when is knowing what the number means to you. The springtime form is cooling, the autumn form is flame. Identical in action, but not the same in name. So treat each twin with caution, don't trust the clone you see. For timing writes the secret note that tells you who they'll be.
Files closed, the room is still. The names are carved, the seats will fill. But in the quiet whisper start of next year's names, next year's chart,
You count the ones who came to stay. You mark the ones who slipped away. The hours that you thought were done now bend toward the year begun.
This is the Chronologian's Requiem,
a song for endings grace, but every close is just a door to yet another